Okay, so the box is going to be a monad. I am not an expert on monads, but I'm in love with the box. So I'm going to go to the source folder. I'm going to create a new file, and I'm just going to call it box.ts. No GUI, so we don't need a TSX or anything like that. So I'm going to export const box, and we will start out the box like without TypeScript, without typings, and then we'll add them as we see fit. So this is going to take in some sort of X. It could be a number, it could be a string, it could be an array of objects. Typically, I'll pass an array of objects to it, which we will see. I'm going to make it a fat arrow function, and we're just going to make it like self-executing. So parenthesis, curly braces, that would be the equivalent of just returning something back. So now we're going to start out with two functions inside of this function. So we're going to start out with a map function. This is going to be like the meat and the potatoes of everything. So to this function, to this map function, we're going to pass in a function. We can do whatever we want it to do. And that function is just going to create a new box. It's going to take the value that's in X, that's inside of the box, and it's going to run f, the function f, on that value. So it would be f of X, like so. Now we are getting TypeScript errors. It has an any type, and f has an any type. We'll fix that momentarily. But the caveat here is when you put something in the box, well, it's in the box. So it's not like useful as an end result. So we need a way to say that, hey, I want to use the box, and I want to map, and I want to map, and I want to map, until I finally get what I want. And that'll make more sense when you see it. And then I want to take and pull what's in the box out so I can use it. So the box is like your safety mechanism. It's just a really clean way of manipulating data. So to get the data out of the box, we're just going to add a fold function. And that's going to take in a function. And all that's going to do is call that function and pass in the value of X and return that. So that's the box. In theory, excuse me, in theory we could use the box like this. JavaScript be perfectly fine, but we want to make it a bit more type safe. So what we'll do is we'll add a generic of type T to the box and say that X is going to be an array of T's. So that makes this guy happy. And as far as these two functions that we have no idea what they're going to be, we could pass an any in there. And it would satisfy it. Or we could probably make it a little bit better. And I'm not even sure if this is the proper way to do this, but this is the way I've been doing it. We're just going to say that's a function. And right now, that makes TypeScript happy. And this little 4 lines of code right here is going to do some amazing things for you. So I'm going to pause the video here, and when we come back, we will create our sample data, and then in the following video, we'll start to see how to use the box.